it's I'm waiting for the ping to say it started broadcasting, but it didn't ping today, and it started. So um, it's David and Craig here. It's EuroAsia Scrum at Agile Ventures. Um, so we're going to do an update on what we've done on our Agile Ventures projects, if anything, what's blocking us, what our plans are. Uh, uh, Craig, were you able to get started yesterday?
Yeah, I had a really good day yesterday. I went through those things with you yesterday morning, which were
Hmm.
very helpful. Um, and then I joined another Scrum later. I think there's one at 11, isn't there, and one at 3,
Yes, that's right.
very roughly.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think I missed the 11 one and managed to hook up on the 3 o'clock one.
Mm.
Um, and talked about some things there, and Sam set me up with a Slack account,
Yeah.
and then hooked me up with John Engelbert, who's working on Hookup features.
Yeah. Oh, that's
And
great.
so
Yeah.
we went off and paired on that, and he went and guided me through the Hookup code and made me familiar with it. And then we looked at some work that he'd done yesterday, um, but hadn't had anyone looking at. And then we went through that code and clarified it a little bit and wrote some more comprehensive RSpec tests.
Oh,
Uh,
brilliant. Yeah.
and did a bit of refactoring and clarification,
Mm.
and that was very enjoyable. He was very helpful. He kind of just he did it in a way that made me come up to speed quite quickly with the code, and it was really enjoyable.
Oh, that's brilliant. Um, yeah. Okay. Have you, is there anything blocking the two of you on that? Or,
No, the only thing that's blocking me at the moment is my capability, I think. Um, So I think there's nothing blocking me, and I'm just going to continue turning up for scrums and see who's there. I've maybe changed my strategy a little bit. I mean, we were
mm,
talking about things I could take on,
yes.
and what I may do for a little while is not take on anything and just hook up with people who need a pair partner,
Yeah.
and be guided by what they do. And that seems to be a very good way of becoming familiar with the code base, if that makes sense. I don't know whether that's a better strategy or
I
not.
think that does make sense. I think a lot of people are taking that approach, and then eventually you get the feel of GitHub ping pong and the way Git branches work when you're doing ping pong, and then you get to put in a pull request. Um,
It
well,
is.
you get commits in then, and then you get yeah, maybe you can put in a pull request in collaboration with somebody that way.
Yeah, that's quite exciting, and it's amazing. While I wouldn't say my Git skills were really weak, as soon as you start pair programming and you're aware that someone's waiting for you at the other end,
Mm.
um, I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't say that you're under pressure, because these people are very kind. But you put yourself under pressure, and
Hmm.
it highlights weaknesses in your skill set, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I had trouble with it. The first time I was doing it, I was, oh, yeah, what's going on? And people ask, oh, are they pushing? Are they pulling? But what's the next argument? Is it the name of the repository, or is it the name of the branch? Or where are we? And yeah, all of a sudden your mind goes blank when you switch from working in Ruby to working with Git. Um, but yeah, that comes in. There's a bit of a flow to doing that, so that's good. Okay, myself, I was working with Michelle on local support. Uh, we were working on giving the admin the ability to edit the volunteer opportunities. We were doing. Sam had been tidying up the the spec with Michelle, and we followed on from that to start implementing the next little pieces. And then my internet went off at 3:15, so I missed the scrum. I didn't even get to, uh, you know, although we were kind of in the middle of something, we didn't even get to make a commit or anything. So it was pretty weird, but it got sorted out. And the internet seems to be back on again this morning. So yeah, we're not ready to go at this time of the morning, but hopefully be able to contribute later on today.
It's like having your water supply cut off, isn't it?
I had that feeling, although it gave me a bit of a chance to focus on other things actually. So I realised that there were, but it was awful that you knew that you were in the middle of something and you couldn't even explain what was going on because you don't have a mobile phone number for that person or anything. And I don't have 3G at home either. So there was, but okay, so that's where that is. No blocks now. Aditya, do you want to give an update? Aditya's just joined us.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. What's going on?
Well, Craig and I just gave kind of Scrum updates. You've been working on the homework yesterday, or with Agile Ventures at all?
No, I was working on Agile Venture.
Oh, great!
Actually,
Yeah,
actually, I was trying to set up a website one project locally on my computer. Okay,
great.
actually, I want to ask you that I don't know how to start with the project. Can you tell me how can I start working on project after setting it up locally?
You mean how do you run it, or how do
No, no,
you?
no. How to work on project? मतलब what I should do? Uh, means I
Pivotal
don't
track.
know how to begin after setting up the project.
Oh, yes, we were just talking about that, and uh, uh, it's really two options. One is to choose a story from Pivotal Tracker and
Okay,
kind of take the lead on that and uh, pair with some look for pair partners on that. The other one is to look for pairing sessions that are open and people that are starting work on that have already started work on a story and uh, to pair with them on that, um, and which might be a better on ramp. So yeah, so um, these stories here
okay,
in the backlog that aren't started yet that uh,
okay.
you can think about taking on. Otherwise, is to hook up with people in Slack or right here. I mean, in Slack, you have Slack? Yeah, you
Yeah,
have. I've seen you in Slack. Is to look
yeah.
for the pairing notifications um, and pick up one of these people working on document updates, the event time zone. This is
Okay,
where Craig and John were working on the hookup manager
okay,
um, yeah, a couple of times yesterday, and this is work on the auto grader. So look for those, follow the Hangouts and kind of join in.
okay, okay.
So yeah,
Then I will choose a user story, then start working on that by collaborating with other. Okay, I got it.
yes, that's great. Yeah, um, yeah.
I,
There's a button right on website one for creating a Hangout. So if you create a Hangout,
Yeah, yeah,
this yellow button here, then
yeah.
it puts it straight in the videos here and it announces it
Okay,
uh, on Slack. But if you mention
okay,
in there when it starts up, if you drop into Slack and say, um, I've started a Hangout looking for a partner to join me in it right now or
okay,
whatever,
okay,
then that's good. Um,
okay. Got it.
right. Any more questions, guys?
I was just going to reiterate. I don't know whether Aditya, is that correct, Aditya?
Yeah,
I don't know whether you were here when I was talking to David, but I started off looking for something to do. But what I found very helpful until I get used to the code is just joining these Scrum sessions and then hooking up with someone afterwards who's already working on something and pair programming with them. And then they kind of walk you through the code that they're working on and you get up to speed quite quickly that way. That for me,
Okay,
was much more helpful.
okay, okay. I will do that same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because for a new person, the new code base you're working on is legacy code really, and it's although we find our ways through some of it in the course on our own, pair programming with somebody that knows a bit of their way around the code base really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.